Hi, Rod from Fleet Auto News again, and look what I've got today. The i30N, the very definition of a hot hatch. What a little monster. Tell you what, you think it looks good, wait till we get driving it. It's a ripper. At the heart of the i30N is a 2-litre 16 valve double overhead cam 4-cylinder turbo motor. It's good for 206 kilowatts of power and 392 newton meters of torque. This model here actually has the 8-speed DCT transmission with the flappy paddle shifters up on the steering wheel. And comes to fuel economy, it lists its fuel economy at 8.5 litres per 100 k's on the combined cycle. From the back, she looks just as good. The sporty wing on top here, the high mount stoplight, all comes together with aggressive look in the theme of this car. Huge exhaust pipes at the bottom, dual exhaust, and we'll hear those in action for sure. You certainly do. But being a hatchback, it still has to be practical. And it's still an i30, which makes it very practical. In the back here, plenty of space to put stuff in, and then need more room, you just fold the back seats down and there's over 1200 litres of space in there. Mean, aggressive, sporty and practical. That's the i30N. Well, here we are looking in the boot of the i30N. And straight away you can tell this is a proper performance car. Look at the torsion bar in here. Extra stiffness in the chassis makes it corner and grip really well. On the practical side, you've got a few features in the boot here. There's a 12-volt outlet and a bag carrier there to hang your shopping bags on. I like the corrugated floor here. It helps things stay in place, especially when you're cornering hard. Underneath, there's a temporary spare. Well, here we are in the driver's seat of the i30N. Looking at the instruments there, nice big dials, easy to read, digital speedo. You can chop and change that through a few settings if you like. The whole cabin interior is very nice. We've got the black fabric seats here, leather steering wheel, leather on the gear knob. It's quite a nice environment to be in. Lovely big touchscreen there. You can see we've got Apple CarPlay running there. We look at the climate control system. Dual zone climate, but it's got lovely rotary dials to play with. You can adjust this stuff without even looking at it, and all these touch buttons here without having to fiddle around with a touchscreen. Touchscreen's purely for the infotainment. Very practical. We look down there, we actually have a charge pad underneath my phone here. My phone is plugged in to run Apple CarPlay, but there is a charging pad under there as well. And then look at old coffee cup test. Yep, my large coffee cup fits in there quite nicely, nice and easy. And of course there's a big bin in here as well. Around the cabin in the driving position, it's very comfortable. Manual adjustments on the seats apart from the electric lumbar support, but it is a great place to be in. Like most modern cars, i30N has different drive modes. Just a touch of a button on this car on the steering wheel, we can go to sports mode. Tunes the car up a little bit, makes it a bit stiffer, accentuates the exhaust a bit more. Eco mode, fuel economy, everything becomes softer and more comfortable driving the car, and much quieter and easier drive. Or the standard normal mode. But on this car, there's another button on the other side of the wheel with a checkered flag on it. I like to call it party mode. Hyundai calls it N mode. Push that button and the whole car just comes to life and becomes an angry little monster. All the suspension hunkers down, it feels like it. The dampness stiffen up, the steering response sharpens up. The whole car becomes much more alive and agile. Throttle response is improved. The exhaust note sounds great. It rev matches on the downshifts. It is an angry little car and is absolutely fun as to drive. What more can I say about the i30N? It is a fantastic car, the absolute epitome of a hot hatch. How could it get any better? I know. Doesn't get any better? It sure does. This is the i30N Premium, complete with sunroof. Let's have a look at this one. It's a real cracker. Well, here we are in the i30N Premium, complete with sunroof. Very nice in here. Just steps it up a grade from the previous one I showed you earlier in the video. We've got the different seats. They're all manual adjustments, and they actually are lower down in the car than the previous electrically controlled ones in the older model. It's got a lovely suede and leather type finish on the seats here, all very nice, all again. Really cool N logo. I'll show you later. This actually lights up when you enter the vehicle. It's very, very nice, very cool. Huge touchscreen here with all the things for Apple CarPlay, all the functions like there. You do have to plug your phone in to use Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So for some people that's a bit of an issue, but doesn't really worry me. Driving position's very nice. You actually feel like you're sitting down and in this car when you're driving, rather than sitting up on top of it having a ride. Really, really like it. Other neat little touches inside, colour-coded stitching in the seats and on the transmission lever there, along with a colour-coded stripe down from the N logo. Colour-coded little performance blue mode control switches here, including the party button there, but it is just so nice in here. Yes, there's a bit of plasticky hard surface finishes, but you're still looking at a car that's in its mid-50s. This is not a $100,000 vehicle, but I really like the way it's set out. It feels nice, it drives nice, and the environment here in the Premium just steps it up a little bit notch over the previous or the lower grade model. And the back seat of the i30N Premium. It's pretty good back here. Got a nice little armrest complete with cup holders. Have a bit of headroom left, thankfully, and I got the headrest adjusted to make it comfortable for me. Good amount of leg room, and the seat is set up for my driving position when I'm driving the car, so it's a real test there. Tow room's a little bit cramped. A short trip I'd be fine, but a long one would be a bit arduous. Again, the nice surfaces and touch points all around. The new seats, there is no map pockets or the like there available. They've taken them out with this upgrade, and of course, being the class of car it is, it's very rare to find any air vents in the back or USB ports, which could be a bit handy in the back just to have things charging. I note that there's only really one USB port in this car, and if you're using it, well, tough luck to the passenger, eh? But it's all very nice in here, and again, it's the practicality of the i30N. It still is an i30, and it does all that stuff that you need to do for everyday living with the car. I just love the i30N. I think they're great cars. This one here with the sunroof, it's the top of the line, cream of the crop if you will, but even the grey one you saw me in previously, the entry-level version of the i30N, they're great cars to drive, and especially now with the new DCT transmission in it. 8-speed, flappy paddle shifters, you can pick and choose the shifts if you wish, or just leave it as a full automatic, it's up to you. I think that'll open up to many more buyers than just having the manual transmission as they did before. I'm a bit old school. I love the manual transmission in the i30N. It's great, fun to play with, but this one is equally as fun, and more people will probably be attracted to it because of it. The upgraded engine, transmission combination work together very well. And we've talked about the drive modes before. You can pick and choose this car. It can be Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde all in one. You can change it to suit what you need to do at the time. Driving it on the highway, yes, it can get a bit bumpy and a bit tiresome, especially on a longer trip if you're leaving in N mode, and it does suck the juice when you do that. However, you can put it back into eco mode and it softens the suspension off and it's a bit more like an ordinary i30 to drive around. Very practical, great little car, and if you're looking for something that's different, stands out from the crowd, like a hot hatch, then this could well be the pick of the crop for you if you're looking at a new novated lease. I'm Rod from Fleet Auto News. Thanks for watching and enjoy your day.